My promotion was announced in front of the entire company. Then the CEO revealed a secret that nearly destroyed my career. I still remember the sound of the applause. It was loud. Too loud. The kind of applause that makes your heart pound so hard you can feel it in your throat. I stood in the center of the conference hall, surrounded by over 200 employees. Months of 80-hour workweeks, missed family dinners, and sleepless nights had finally paid off. The giant screen behind me displayed the words, "Congratulations, Senior Director Michael Reyes." My coworkers cheered. My manager wiped away tears. Even people who barely spoke to me were standing. For a moment, I felt unstoppable. Then everything changed. 3 years earlier, I was an entry-level analyst. I wasn't the smartest person in the company. I wasn't the most talented. But I was determined. Every morning, I arrived before sunrise. Every night, I left after security guards started locking doors. People laughed at my ambition. "You're working way too hard," one coworker told me. Another smirked. Nobody notices that kind of effort. But they were wrong. Someone was noticing. The executives. Little by little, I earned trust. Projects became bigger. Responsibilities increased. Promotions followed. And eventually, I became one of the youngest candidates ever considered for senior director. Everything seemed perfect. Until the morning of the announcement. At 8:17 a.m., I received a strange message. Unknown number. Only 6 words. "You don't deserve that promotion." I stared at the screen. Confused. A second message arrived. "Everyone will know the truth." My stomach dropped. What truth? I hadn't done anything wrong. At least, not intentionally. I dismissed it as a prank. A jealous coworker. Nothing more. I wish I had been right. Hours later, the ceremony began. The CEO stepped onto the stage. "Today, we celebrate excellence." The audience erupted. He smiled, then called my name. I walked forward. Applause thundered through the room. My hands trembled as I accepted the plaque. Cameras flashed. My family watched through a live stream. Everything I had worked for was finally happening. Then the CEO's smile disappeared. Completely. The room grew silent. He looked directly at me, then said something that froze my blood. "Before we finalize this promotion, there's an issue we need to address." The room became still. Every eye turned toward me. I could hear whispers. "What issue? What's happening?" My chest tightened. The CEO continued. "We received information this morning questioning the integrity of one of our most successful projects." My project. The project that built my reputation. The project responsible for my promotion. Suddenly, a large spreadsheet appeared on the giant screen. Gasps echoed through the audience. My face turned pale. I recognized it instantly. There was an error. A massive one. An error hidden deep inside a report from nearly 2 years earlier. A report I had submitted. A report that influenced major business decisions. I felt dizzy. People began murmuring. What if the numbers were wrong? Did he manipulate them? Was this intentional? I could barely breathe. The worst part? I genuinely didn't know. Then came the real twist. The CEO wasn't looking at me. He was staring at someone else. A senior executive sitting near the front row. His expression was furious. "Would you like to explain," the CEO asked, "why this report was altered after Michael submitted it?" The room exploded. "What? No way. Are you serious?" The executive's face drained of color. Someone dropped a coffee cup. The crash echoed across the hall. An internal investigation had been running for weeks. Unknown to everyone, including me. The executives had discovered that a high-ranking leader had secretly modified reports after approval. The goal? To make his division appear more successful. My name had been attached to the reports. Meaning if the truth had never surfaced, I would have taken the blame. Not him. Me. The executive stood up. His voice shook. "That's not what happened." The CEO interrupted immediately. "We have timestamps." Silence. "We have emails." More silence. "We have witnesses." The room looked ready to explode. The executive's hands trembled. For the first time, the powerful leader who intimidated everyone looked terrified. What happened next shocked me even more. The CEO turned back toward me, then said, "Michael, your promotion is not being canceled." The room froze. Instead, he continued, "It's being accelerated." People gasped. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. The CEO smiled. The investigation revealed something extraordinary. I stared at him, confused. He continued. After discovering unusual results, Michael repeatedly questioned his own work, challenged assumptions, requested audits, and documented concerns. The giant screen changed again. Email after email appeared. Messages I had written, questions I had asked, warnings I had submitted, evidence that I cared more about truth than appearances. The CEO looked directly at the audience. This is what leadership looks like. For several seconds, nobody moved. Then someone began clapping. Another joined. Then another. Within moments, the entire hall erupted. Louder than before. Much louder. I wasn't being applauded for success. I was being applauded for integrity. That night, I sat alone in my car. The parking lot was empty. The adrenaline had finally faded. I thought about the anonymous messages, the investigation, the humiliation, the fear, the possibility that everything I built could have vanished in minutes. Then I realized something important. Self-improvement isn't just about becoming more successful. It's about becoming the kind of person who can survive when success is threatened. Anyone can look confident when things are going well. Character reveals itself when everything appears to be falling apart. Lesson learned. The greatest advantage in life isn't talent, intelligence, or luck. It's integrity. Because when the truth finally arrives, and it always does, your habits, actions, and character become your strongest defense. And sometimes, the obstacle that looks like the end of your story becomes the moment that proves who you really are.